Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Apostate Weekly. I'm your host, James.
And I'm Rion.
And this is your final show of the year where we got stuff, but you don't know. So we're going to have some fun with this show today.
Surprise,
So
surprise.
Yep, you don't know what's coming. You don't know what's going to hit you today. So let's get into it. All right. We are here for this final show and in support of the new light. Rion here is sporting her lovely beard this morning.
Yeah, can you tell? I wanted to show my solidarity because this is a pivotal moment in Jehovah's Witness history. And even though I'm not in the organization, I still have love and compassion for my Jehovah's Witness brethren. So, yeah.
And that I know we didn't really plan on doing a news show this morning because we just wanted to have fun because of all the stuff that's gone on this year and everything. But like this story, like it's one of those things that every brother in the entire organization in my entire lifetime knew it wasn't a biblical thing. It was a bunch of crap and wondered why we ever had to do it. It was just so stupid.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm like, and my whole shtick on it when I was like, well, men grow beards naturally. It's from God. Why can't we grow our own stinking beard if it's something that, God
Happens
gave us the ability to do?
Right. There's a reason for it. It's depending on where you live, your environment, it might be protection. Could be protection from the sun. It could be protection from the cold, possibly even the heat, like pulling away sweat. And there's so many functions that a beard has. Yes. Should it be like you should not be eating it? Yeah, that's kind of gross. But whose business is it what's on your face and how I keep do you need to tell me how my eyebrows should be kept? What if my mustache comes in a little too thick? Or am I going to be counseled and sent to the back room?
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly, because my mustache does get a little thick at times, but that's what happens when you're Arab.
That's just because that's what happens when you have thick lips too, right?
Yes. Got to protect it. It's like a cushion.
That's right. Well, I mean, hey, good morning. But like, I know people that had skin conditions, and there was this one guy I knew in particular. He had a skin condition, and he had to have a beard to protect himself from it. So
yeah, I've said this. I'm sorry, I say it like I've said this, but one of the things I learned as I was deconstructing is how all these ideas really just tie into this colonialist capitalist idea of how you should look to be business. And I'm not sure why you need to look like business when you're going to a church to become one with God. It's almost as if you're selling something, but it's expensive, number one. Number two, as you said, many people have skin conditions and simply cannot shave without getting lots of bumps or having some kind of skin irritation. Some people have acne and shaving just would be hurtful or harmful or, what have you. So it's unfair to say what looks best on you.
And then I can't tell you how many black brothers that I've known that if they shave, they get like all these little bumps on their
that's exactly
face.
what
it's not acne, but the ingrown hairs and stuff. It's just it's so irritating, and I think it's more common in the black community than with the white brothers. But it's still something that, why should I have to shave when all my face is going to be is irritated all the time?
Right,
And
how
then,
does that look more kept? In my opinion, and I'm not judging anybody's looks, but in my opinion, if you're causing more irritation on somebody's face, that is going to look a little more like unkept than a beard,
yeah. Oh,
right?
absolutely.
So it's
Absolutely.
this weird standard that they've just blanket put on people. So I'm thankful that they removed this heavy burden. I'm not sure what took them so long.
Well, they're realizing their numbers are dropping and they got to do something to distract you to keep you in if you're still in,
Hey,
because they
brother.
have so many young men and brothers that don't want to be appointed now. So it's like they're just dangling a carrot in front of them. Here, if you can have a beard now, you want to stay? You
Mhm.
don't have to turn time in now. You can stay. You know,
Mhm. Dangle that carrot, baby.
and I don't give two shits what Stephen Lett says. I freaking knew it all along.
You knew this was coming back?
No, I knew they were wrong about it all along. Because remember in his little speech about it, do you feel vindicated? You shouldn't feel
Oh, yeah.
vindicated. Bull crap. So I'm vindicated.
Oh,
Screw you.
boy. I watching them how they twist words just to vindicated. Okay, is that I
Yeah.
okay, I've whatever. Let
Yep.
lies. Let does
Let
lie.
lies.
I think he's probably one of the worst ones because he gives that air of just this lovable goof. I'm just this big, lovable goof. I'm just your old granddad who wants nothing but good things for you.
Well, for all my
Meanwhile,
brothers and sisters who are listening to this, you are vindicated and you deserve to feel the way you feel about it.
that's right. You're entitled to your
So,
opinion. Nobody should be policing your feelings about something.
no. And that's all they were doing when they announced that. It was just
Mm,
policing feelings of people.
micromanaging, typical JW stuff. If you wouldn't mind, I kind of wanted to open up. I know we've kind of got into it, but I really did want to open up with a little prayer. So if that's okay with you, now that I have the beard, I think I'm spiritually fit to lead.
Well, you go right ahead, brother Ryan.
Okay. Lord Jehovah, our Father in heaven, we sit before you to pray for all the beardly weak brethren. Yes, beardly weak. Who cares about spiritual? Because their hair is simply just so frail and unable to grow upon their face, and we know that these brothers they're going to be made fun of, Jehovah, ridiculed and berated because the hair on their face is just so sparse. Uh, and I worry for them. I've already started to write jokes. I've already been compelled by Satan and his demon horde to write jokes about my beardly weak brethren. So we're going to need all the strength that you can muster up for us. And please allow the hairs upon their face to grow through these cracks of concrete, just like a weed in the middle of the city. Let that hair grow through, strong and brave, reaching for the sky towards you, Jehovah. Let their hair on their face be like the mane of Samson's head. In your name, Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. I do fear for all the brothers who are going to have straggly beards.
Well, I'm just waiting for the articles to start coming out on what styles are allowed, you know, things like that. If you're too
Yeah.
unkempt, you know,
Is there
are you going
certain
to qualify
shapes
for
that are,
privileges?
what
Can I
about
have a good
lines?
can I have a goatee? Can I do an Amish beard? There's all sorts of styles that you can do with a beard. And what are they going to look down upon and what are they going to allow?
Right. We
So
don't
you're opening
know.
yourself up to a whole new mess of problems with this.
Because some people get really cool, like, designs in their beard. Is that gonna be too much? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, how long can you have it? You know, are you going to have a length? If it's, does it have to be, well, in brother's case with the beard, above the knee? you know,
Yeah.
above the chest.
Yeah, they might
I
have
mean,
a clavicle, might have to, that might be just
what's the beard limit?
does Jehovah put limits on beards?
Can
We have to
brothers have
ask
long
ours
hair now?
Well, why not?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I feel like that should be up to them to decide.
So, but anyways, that's enough about beards. We had to cut through that first, though. So,
Sorry, my
you
headphones.
ready to see?
Yeah.
Did you say
What up?
something?
No,
I
I
can't hear you now.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No, can't hear you.
Oh, dear. Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna go ahead and I made a little montage of the show for this year of stuff that we've done, and it's a few clips that I put together, and I was just gonna uh, go through a little bit for the few things that we did throughout the year, some big stories and stuff, and I'll stop in between as we're watching this. So I'm going to go ahead and share this here.
Can you hear me now? No?
I still can't hear you.
Hmm.
So this first clip here is, as you can see the title here, one of our first big stories of the year here. Can you hear it? Let's see here. Wonder why.
Can you all hear me? Is it only James that can't hear me?
Let me pause this. I don't know why we can't hear it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think he must have whatever he's. Oops. I had to type that over here. I think whatever he's doing, it must have took off the sound from me and put it. I don't know. The input output must have changed something. Thank you. Good morning. And good morning to everybody who I haven't greeted. I'm not sure who I haven't greeted at this point. Sorry, y'all. I got this nice beard and I really wanted to show it off. And my lighting's just not doing the trick. It's not bright enough. How can I show solidarity?
Why did all my stuff? I don't hear a thing.
Sorry, y'all. Don't mind us.
Oh, there we go. I got you back now.
You can hear me now?
I hear you now. I don't know what the heck.
Okay.
Turn my audio off and back on. I don't know what it did. You hear that?
I don't hear it. I mean, no, I don't hear
No?
anything. I don't. Sadly.
Let's see if there's another way to
Is
do
this a
this
video
here.
file?
Yeah, it is.
Did you try just dragging and dropping it into like the browser and playing it from there and sharing it maybe? Or is that how you have it now? Yes, you all just while we get sometimes the brethren get the sound wrong, you know, they might need a lady's touch every once in a while.
I can't hear you.
We
What?
need women to have privileges to fix the sound.
Try that.
Did I try what?
Play the video full screen.
Yeah, I was, but I was sharing the screen. And I can hear it when I play it, but nobody else can hear it, which is weird.
Is this shared in a like how do you have this shared?
I have it in well, it's in a file folder, and I opened it up, shared through the StreamYard through the file folder. Well, I say file folder, but I opened it up in the media player and shared the media player.
Are you maybe just see if you can drag and drop it into the browser window and just play it like that?
Let's see here. I'm going to try that.
Sam. They'll end up in the back room if they have a lady's touch.
Let's go ahead
Naughty,
and
naughty.
Try stop screen, present, share screen. Let's see if that works.
Share my screen here and
can you hear it now?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
What is?
Thank goodness for the ladies' touch. The announcement was straight from
on the
JW.
announcement, straight from the JW.org website. Here's the announcement. I highlighted on Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023. It was announced at World Headquarters
Can it be
that
bigger?
Brother Anthony Morris III is no longer serving as a member of the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hit zoom in already, and it didn't zoom in any further. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And when I edited it, I made sure it fit the screen, but I don't know why it's doing it this way. But anyways, that was one of our first big stories of the year this year when Anthony Morris was removed from the governing body.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
It was. I mean, how often in our lifetime have we heard anybody getting removed from the governing body? I mean, the last time was before I was born.
Was that the Greenlee guy? Who was that? Which one was that?
France.
Oh, that was France. Okay.
Yeah. That's the only one I've heard of. I think that happened around like 1980. So, you know, we're talking over 40 years before they removed another governing body member. But then what was interesting was after that, we found him.
Wait, I got something coming in. Hang on.
Thanks to the Blue Envelope channel who found him. My breaking news graphic. I had fun making that one.
Very good.
Oh, yes. I got some breaking news for everybody. We have found out where Anthony Morris III is now living at. Let me share
going right now?
I'm going right now. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go knock on his door and see if
I'm
he'll
ready. I'm ready.
for the power of weed. But let's take a listen to this. This is from the Blue Envelope YouTube channel. He does some great research. His videos are absolutely top notch. If anybody hasn't seen this channel, go check it out and subscribe to it. But let's listen to what he has to say here on the location of Toni Morris.
Okay.
Brings us up to date. And to cut to the chase, Toni and Susan Morris are living in Lumberton, North Carolina, as has been speculated about. So about 4 weeks after that announcement on jw.org, we find this real estate document dated March 28th, 2023 on the Robeson County, North Carolina website. And what it describes here is a house, actually a townhouse being purchased in Lumberton, North Carolina. It's being purchased from the developers called the Mid-South Investment Group. And the purchasers or grantees are three
That's right,
parties
Sam.
here.
Imagine
Anthony
if I had,
Morris
like a
III,
third or a fourth one of those.
Susan Morris, and the Religious Order of Jehovah's Witnesses. And the address there is Watchtower Farms. As the document points out, this is a life estate for the Morrises. And down a little further, it explains what this means. Basically, that Anthony and Susan can live on that property as long as they're living or until they move away. And at that time, as it says, then his or her life estate shall automatically terminate. And when both life estates have so terminated, Religious Order of Jehovah's Witnesses shall own the property in fee simple. And just to mention, I've kind of blocked out some of the address information here, not to dox anyone. Although that being said, these are public documents that anybody can look up on.
Exactly. Public documents. Anybody can look up.
Yep. So, I mean, it was just interesting, though, that we went from him being kicked out to then they find out where he lives. And then also that became the controversy of another TikToker that was trying to go down there and confront him face to face, if you remember that one.
Oh, yes, I remember.
And so, you know, for something like this, though, like if those accusations are true, I can understand why you'd want to go down and basically knock down the door and, you know, confront him. But at the same time, you know, I don't think that everybody should be going down there to try to knock down his door, especially if you didn't have anything to do with him other than watch him on the broadcast for years, you know?
Yeah, I also think we should watch our language, and I don't think that she knocked down any door. I think she drove to a location and she asked to speak with somebody, and she spoke to somebody. She might have been sassy, but I'm not sure where, like, no, oh, she drove the car up to the Kingdom Hall and she was right.
Well, yeah.
She was an abused person, you know, as a child. This guy, if it is true, like you said, if he covered it up, I'd drive down there. I'd have a conversation with him. I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. But if it were me, I completely can sympathize.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
And to answer your question, Left-Handed Jedi, yes, the church owns the property and they'll have to give it back to them upon their death. So they don't actually get to keep it and pass it on to their children or anything in that manner.
Do you think they'll like sell it or keep it?
I don't know. Maybe they'll hold on to it for the next member they kick out of the governing body. Who knows?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like it might be like another what? Is it Beth Sarim? Beth Sarim?
Yeah.
Just some kind of a place where they can hold up when the world ends.
Yes.
As the world crumbles.
Well, if they could add to the building and make it more structurally sound, and it could be one of their bunkers, you know? You know?
Oh, oopsie. There could be a basement that goes down several feet. Like there could be, we don't know what
audio switched again.
There could be a bunker down there. We'd never know what they built.
Yeah, exactly. So then let's move on here to the next big story that we covered, which was the protest that you actually attended to try to get these bills passed in Pennsylvania to lengthen the statute of limitations.
And we had the protest in the Pennsylvania Capitol happen on Monday, which our esteemed host here was in attendance at. And I'm going to show you some clips from it from another friend of mine, Fee, otherwise known as Mary from the Misfit Amish. And these are some videos that she sent me and I clipped together for the show this morning. So let's take a look at that.
I endured approximately 8 years of childhood sexual abuse that is indescribable. And in 2004, when a forensic interview was sent to the state, the Commonwealth attorney responded with, "I wonder how prosecuting this perpetrator of child sexual abuse and torture would affect Amish tourism." That perpetrator, Chris Wingard, is an Amish deacon today. And after everything that I experienced, I founded the Misfit Amish. We are a collective group who seek to empower Amish children and adults. We bridge the gaps between the secular world and the Amish world by providing research, resources, and producing a podcast. I choose justice. I choose justice for all survivors in Pennsylvania.
The Amish community is not above the law. There's a growing movement within our own communities standing up for victims, but we need your help in passing these bills. Thank you.
When my family left the Mennonite church, the bishop showed up in the middle of the night and he said that he would make an example of my family. He said that he would ruin our lives and that nobody would ever think that it was easy to leave the Mennonite church. And for once, I actually hope that he's right. It's impossible to leave without the side effects of trauma and sexual abuse in these communities.
Okay. And
That's awesome.
as a special treat this morning, we have a guest with us this morning, Fee from the Misfit Amish. Welcome, Fee, to the show this morning. So glad to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Can y'all hear?
So that was nice to have both of y'all on, especially. I mean, you're obviously you host with me every week, but to have you and Fee on at the same time, having gone to that protest, that was nice because you had perspective that I obviously wasn't able to get from it, which was awesome because that was just a big story to cover, you know, with all this stuff going on and to fight for the rights and see all those different religious communities come together to fight for the rights of each other and children was just incredible.
Yes, that was certainly an experience. I truly appreciated being amongst survivors, people who have truly been through some heinous things and have the courage to speak out the way that they did in front of an audience, in front of cameras, you know, people just recording in your face and you're spilling out your heart, horrible, deplorable things that have happened to you to try to get people to empathize with you or to sympathize with you, right? You're trying to reach people's heart because you want this pain to stop for other children. And yeah, it was great to see that there was news there. I got to meet Martin that day as well. Martin Hawk, the former elder who wasn't he was asked to shred documents as well, right?
Yes, correct. And he was also on the show prior
and
he's after this as well. I didn't include him in the clips because I didn't want to get my clips too long here for today's show, but I thought some of these were just the ones I try to hit were like the biggest stories of the year. And I also added one little brag one at the end that we'll get to eventually.
Nice. Noise.
So I could feel vindicated on, something I did on the show.
Oh, you have to feel vindicated because that's what it's all about. Vindication.
That's right. I'm going to go ahead and roll the next one. This was another huge story. What's crazy is a lot of these big stories, the Pennsylvania one here, this one went for several months of reporting on because of the different stages of it, coming up to the protest and after the protest and all that. But then but a lot of these stories started early in the year, and this next one here is no different.
Sending me those videos that we just showed on here. So this has been a very eventful week again. I did think about doing a special episode on this, but I decided to wait a little bit longer and to see if more information would come out, and it has since this. And of course, I'm talking about the shooting that happened at the Kingdom Hall in Germany, where it was an extra went in, killed, what was it, 7 people, including a
Yeah.
lady and her baby.
Yeah.
And on top of all that, I think it makes matters even worse, is I've seen on Twitter, and I know you've seen it in comments and everything elsewhere, where current Jehovah's Witnesses are going on and talking about us hateful apostates and how, we're making these things happen when, y'all, that's completely the opposite. We don't want to see anybody getting shot up and killed. I don't care who you are, where you live. We don't want to see that.
Who wants that? Honestly, like, who wants that? I could never in my soul. I mean, we used to be at those Kingdom Halls. It would be senseless for us to even wish that, because that would be wishing it upon ourselves.
Okay, so that
Wise
was
words.
truly a tragedy. Yes. No, very, very wise words. Because I mean, we don't wish that upon anybody. And then that just
my family
more
goes there, man. That's no.
Exactly. And I mean, that's even evident when we talked about the Karalta, India bombing as well. That's still, those words still ring true for those events as well.
100%. That's that really is a good idea to do a tribute reel of all those fallen in the name of JW.
Yeah, that is a good idea. So, anyways, I'm going to move on. This is my last clip, and this was my brag clip here. When we were covering the Danny Masterson trial, and we had Chris Shelton on the show, this was like I think this was like the best intro I did for the show all year, as far as spouting out
spouting
what was going to happen and and I think it just went really smooth, and it's just a little personal brag. So I hope everybody doesn't mind this one.
Of course not. You deserve a brag.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Apostate Weekly. I'm your host, James.
And I'm Ryan.
And today we're talking about Danny Masterson, who is a Scientologist, and the sentence that was laid down upon him last week at a court in California for his role in raping women. And with us today, we have Chris Shelton, who is an author, consultant, podcaster, videographer, and former cult member of the Church of Scientology himself, here to discuss with us about the case and impact that it can have not only on Scientology, but other cults as well. So, Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Sorry, just posting another link to the show right now. Glad to be all done with that. And, thank you very much for having me. I just wanted to get some links posted out for this thing.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into that intro, and we'll hit the show.
Yeah, that was really good.
Thank you.
You were on fire. You were spitting that out.
Well, I prepared that one too, actually, because I don't generally prepare him that well. But when he came on, he actually has a bio on his website, and I was reading directly off of that for his description there. So that's why it went smooth. But more than that, the rest of it, not his bio part that I was telling, I didn't script that out. So that all just went really smooth. And I was like, I remember after I did that, I was thinking in my head, like, man, that was really good.
Boy, I'm really good at what I do.
I almost sounded like a news anchor.
I sound like I know what I'm talking about. Like I might do this every week. Hello from Africa. Thank you for joining.
Oh, wow. Yes, welcome.
I'm wondering what time it is. It's probably like, is it 6 hours ahead of us? We're Eastern Standard Time. I'm not
I
sure
thought-
what.
Well, I know UK is like 5 hours ahead of us, so
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends where, because
Yeah.
right? I don't even know how many time zones might go through, how many countries.
2:36. So that's wow,
6
6 hours.
6 hours. That's what I said,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
yes, you did a really good job. You should be proud of yourself, and it's okay to have a humble brag after
That's right.
a year anniversary of doing a show and making new friends and building a channel and showing the world some of the harms that high control religion has, not just with the Jehovah's Witnesses, but with other religions as well. It's just the similarities that are amongst the system that they use, the tools. Yes. Oh,
From
thank you.
Cameroon, Africa. Well, welcome, Universe World, to the show. Nice to have you here this morning. So, did you have something you wanted to share, Miss Bearded Lady?
Yes, I did. I apologize that I did not, sadly, I did not get through everything that I wanted to, but I got some done. So I made some memes for us with the new light. To go with the new light, hold on, I'm going to pull this window over here and separate it because that will make it easier for me. And you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay. So
we generally don't have any idea what you're talking about anyway, so it's nothing
yeah,
new.
so it's not really anything new. Exactly. But I thought how interesting it will be for people who've only been going, because for most men, at least I know my husband, in like 3 weeks, he's got a full-blown beard. So imagine you've just like not been able to make it to the Kingdom Hall for what you've been sick. And you go to the Kingdom Hall and you show up. And all the brothers said that will be a freaky moment, I bet.
Oh yeah.
For many brothers, just to be like, wait, what? We can do what now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel bad for all the ones who over the years have, wanted to have privileges or move up, but have been denied just because of having facial hair. And then the governing body comes out, well, it wasn't biblical anyway. So, then why the hell are you making rules about it?
Right. Agreed. Oh, wait, I have this. Ryan, what's happening with you? Are you okay? I don't know. What do you mean? Am I okay? No, I'm not. Is that a genuine question? Because the answer is no.
She is so not okay. Her therapist fired her.
I really need a therapist right now. Oh, I can't even tell you. I've been like, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Finding a therapist is just not, it's just not fun. But anyway, on to the next. You kind of saw this one, but this is supposed to be the most interesting man in the world. I don't always grow mutton chops, but when I do, it's spiritually approved.
But I just don't find him interesting, though.
Well, no, he really isn't. I guess I probably should have said the most
uninteresting,
pathetic. Yeah, uninteresting, pathetic. One of the, maybe not the most, but one of the, of what, 10. Her husband's beard will give her a rash on her shoulder when he falls asleep on her during the. Oh no! Can you imagine in the hot sun? We used to have to go to some, I don't know how it's still today, but some of the conventions that, oh, thank you, John. That's so sweet. I appreciate you. Me and my beard appreciate the compliment. My beard's a whole thing now. It's like it's a sentient being. But yeah, but we used to go to the conventions and it would be so hot and like you'd fall asleep in the hot sun. But could you imagine like just a drippy beard prickling into your skin. Okay, anyway, it's spiritually approved. Oh, here we go. Waited decades for Armageddon. At least now I can be a hipster doofus. Because now he's gonna have a little, because he don't carry a briefcase anymore. But he can
See,
fit his little iPad or laptop in there, play his
I never had to
movie.
sit out in the sun for a convention. Because we always had a enclosed arena that we went to.
Lucky.
I know. Well, in Florida
Gosh.
too, so we needed it.
Yeah, we'd be sitting out in the hot sun, and sometimes people like they had to have emergency services because people would pass out.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't every convention, but some of those summers were terrible. Anyhow. Oh, look who it is, Drake. Hotline bling. More like hot new light. And he's like, this is out. Samuel Hurd, no facial hair. We don't want none of that. This right here. Beard.
I wonder which governing body member will be the first to grow a beard.
Let's wait. No. Seriously, let's do some kind of poll or something.
Yes. Let's do that. I'll put a poll up on Apostate Weekly community page for that, and we'll take a vote.
We'll take a vote. Make sure you share it with all the
one of the categories.
What, Crystal?
Make sure none is one of them.
None. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's true. You know, they might not, but I feel like somebody's gonna wanna.
And in a little bit, I'm gonna read a letter that I wrote to the governing body in general, and I had to look. I wanted to incorporate every single governing body name in that letter, and I had to look it up to see who all they were, because it changes, and I couldn't remember everybody. So, but now I have that list, so we can get everybody in on the community post.
Yeah, I think that would be fun to do, because I think it'll give you enough option. Oh, am I? Wait, it doesn't say I'm muted. Can you guys hear me? Is it just me? Is it James or is it me, y'all?
Yeah, it's me. I don't know what it is. My computer keeps messing up the audio on me this morning. It's weird.
It could be demons, Satan and his horde. I prayed at the beginning for Jehovah to help us, because Satan and his horde he's gonna want us to make a lot of beard jokes.
It's me, Doc. It's my computer. I had to go and switch the settings like 3 times during the show so far. I don't know what it is. It's weird. And nothing's disconnected. I haven't changed anything. I don't know. But maybe demons. Like Ryan said, it's the demons, The demons are really liking this new beard thing. Maybe that's how they're finding their way into the organization, is through the beards. Who knows?
Oh no. What if your follicles are like a doorway, a gateway?
Yes.
An entryway into your soul. Yeah, we're the bearded hosts.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. This week. And this week only. Okay, next one. I'm sorry, I'm taking too long here. Next one. Change my mind. Charles Taze Russell got it right.
That's right.
True success, growing a beard. Yeah, do you think we can change his mind? I think Charles Taze Russell must have got it right. Is this not going to cause people to go like, well, now wait a minute? Oh no, probably not, because they don't know the reason why they weren't allowed to have beards. It's kind of been.
It's already causing that already, because so I had to go into work for a short time last night, and on my way in, I decided to call my buddy who's a disfellowship witness, and he hasn't been going to meetings in a while, and so he didn't know. And I told him about the new beard policy, and he was blown away by it. He was like, "Really?" And so I started discussing it with him a little bit about the, condescending tone that Let had and all that, and then talked about, how people with beards before couldn't do stuff, and he agreed with it and everything, but it still blew him away that, wow, after all this time, he's like, I knew I was right. Yes, you were.
You certainly were. They got 99 problems, but a beard ain't one.
Not no more.
I know. Let with a rubber beard.
Oh, there was this. I just remembered something. If I can find it, it was a hilarious video I found on Facebook years ago, and
It does become fun.
It was basically, it was a video about this. I found it. Oh, you can keep going through your stuff. I'll see if I can share it here in a little bit. But it was a hilarious video about this girl who was dating a guy that she found online with a beard.
This is the one where the woman, thinks he's cheating on her. I bet he's thinking of other women. Him. Will a thicker, bushier beard make me more spiritual? What if now that's like, I was joking in the prayer, but I kind of wonder, like, if at some point that could become the culture, like, because they do love to joke and they do love to pick and prod. At least the Kingdom Halls that I went to, they would, they're poking fun at each other just like normal human beings do. But I wonder if the beard joke will become like, the thicker the beard, the closer to God, or the something of that nature.
Well, what about those who can't grow a beard then? Are you less spiritual if you can't grow a beard? Or if you have patchy
beard, that's what
that's
what I'm saying. That's what I wonder if that's what the little cultural joke will be, is, oh, not as spiritually wealthy. It might cover 5 of Sanderson's chins.
Yeah, but not all 10.
Not all 10. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, I have one more. And again, I really apologize. I was hoping I did get pictures of them all with beards, but I didn't get to memify them. So this is here's the choice. New light. You can grow beards or uphold those traditional values that you've had for, I don't know how many years. I'm not going to put 70, whatever, something years.
Whatever. You should have done with his face right here. You should have done the Rudolph Giuliani sweat dripping makeup face with that one.
There was so much I wanted to do. My edits are really terrible because I just didn't have the time. I was going to do some good stuff, but
right there.
Yes, but that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted them to be, but I didn't even have time to really mess with the face. Yeah, but you get the picture. It's just a new light, a new way to make fun. Poke a little fun of the Jehovah's Witness organization, not the witnesses themselves, please. That's not what I'm saying. I just think the governing body, they know exactly what they're doing. They're privileged pieces of crap abusing people. So yes, I think poking fun of them is okay.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Wait, here we go. Poking fun of the governing body is okay. Change my mind.
Yeah.
Fight me, bro.
I can't. I agree. Should poke fun at them.
Good. Okay. So that's what I brought to the table for today. Hope you all enjoyed. I brung. That's what I did bring.
You dong brung.
Special delivery.
Well, I'm gonna read a letter that I wrote. I last night I had a hard time sleeping. I was thinking about it, and then I wrote it up in the morning yesterday. So I hope it's good. So, like I said, I tried to incorporate every governing body member's name in this as a play on words to have fun with it. It goes from kind of from a letter to like a poem kind of thing. So I'm just going to spout it out there and tell me what you all think about it.
Okay.
So, dear governing body, we were so happy to receive the news about beards this last Friday. How wonderful to know that in just a matter of months, you have now given us new light on not one, but two things that we were doing that weren't biblical. However, there are some questions I have regarding the new light beard policy. Maybe to make things easy, you can make a video to explain it to us. We've heard that this may be a possibility, but please don't give us any legal policies on grooming and maintenance. And please be to the point, as we don't want any long-winded responses. We do wonder how long it took you to cook this up. I must say that the timing is very gross, Mr. Loesch. The other problem is that you are slow to action, Mr. Jackson and friends. All you guys do is complain like a hen, Mr. Sanderson. Then you tell us that we shouldn't feel vindicated for being right, that our attitude is wrong because we knew all along. But we will stand because we are strong, and we will shout out and call out and expose you for who you are. We will take action. We will call to action because we're getting the traction. Your numbers are shrinking because people are thinking. You protect perpetrators and silence victims while telling your members not to listen to the truth. The time is now. The cries are loud. And in case you think I forgot the last member, I did not. Like Moses said to Pharaoh, I say to the governing body, let your members go. Let them think. Let them feel. Let them get justice for all the harmful policies you put in place to keep your power and control over them. But since you won't, we're coming for you. In the words of a great song from Metallica, which I changed a lyric a little bit in here, there is no escape, and that's for sure. This is the end. We won't take any more. Say goodbye to the cult you live in. You've always been taken, and now you're given.
Very good. I like how you hid their names in there. That was really funny.
So that was
Well
my letter
done.
to the governing body. Thank you.
Well done. A little poem, little hidden words.
There you go. All the Kingdom Halls. That would be great.
We should just start mailing them.
And in case anybody doesn't know which song from Metallica that's from, it's from one of their old albums. And the song is called Seek and Destroy. So I thought the title of that song was absolutely appropriate too for the topic.
Right on topic. I feel vindicated since I was criticized by my family for having a beautiful beard. You do look in the moment. You have a lovely, lush beard. Yeah, that would be the envy of all the brethren. You look to me that to be the most spiritually apt in the congregation just by looking at you. You're welcome, brother. Jehovah must be upon you. No, but really,
So
I do love the
getting all the Metallica comments now. Yes. 7 months, then more so. That's awesome, Sam.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. And I love Master of Puppets too, John. I mean, I grew up listening to them. So even when I shouldn't have, I still
That's
did.
Satan's music.
Hey, he's got the best stuff, though.
I mostly listened to like R&B growing up, but I did like Guns N' Roses. There were like a few metal bands, I guess you'd say, that I listened to, but not much.
So, anyways,
anywho,
I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. There's just a good, nostalgic, end of the year, fun show.
Yeah. Kind of tied it into
everybody
what was current
enjoyed
still.
it.
It was almost still like a new show because we talked about the new light that was just dropped, but it was fun. So it was like news, but not news.
Yeah.
Poignant.
I mean, hey, Doc, happy birthday, man. Happy early birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Are you a Sagittarius or no? That would be, I think you That's past the date.
Well,
Anyhow,
my son's birthday, my middle son, his birthday is the day after Christmas. So we have that to look forward to. My family, we're going away Saturday to see my parents for Christmas. So we got that going on. And then after this, like I said, this is our last show of the year. We won't be back until January 10th.
We're going to take a little break.
Mark it on your calendars.
Into the new year.
Everybody go enjoy the holidays with your families, and whatever you do, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your freedom from the cult, because we have that now. Grow your beards out as long as you want them, in any style you want them. And don't keep them kempt either, because you know what the governing body will do. They'll want to make you do all sorts of stuff.
Boy, I'm a little high. I'm dancing. Yeah, so thank you, everybody. Oh, I love this song. That's one of my favorite songs. Don't know why. I think it's just the beat, the intro, just everything about it. Just that's like, yeah. Love that song.
And my wife is coming up to say goodbye and Merry Christmas to everybody too.
Merry Christmas.
Hi, Crystal. Hope you all enjoy your holidays. We'll miss you. Thank you for being so supportive and just
I'm sorry,
being
you can't hear what
cool
they're saying.
people.
Yes. So, thank you, Joe and Fran. Appreciate it.
Love you too.
We love you all too. So, wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and stay safe, everybody. And keep your mental health in check as well, because that's important. Because I know a lot of people this time of year do go through a lot of depression and everything, especially because they can't have their families or they've lost someone. So those can be particularly hard times as well. So please keep those things in check and make sure that you are safeguarding your mental health as well, because that's just as important as anything else. And
Absolutely.
And we look forward to seeing you all next year, and getting back to the news, because there's been some other big news that's happened. I thought about reporting on it, but I'm like, no, I'll just wait till next year, and we're probably going to have a dumpster of a show, the first show back. So that's kind of what I
dumpster
expect.
fire.
But why does it keep doing this?
Oh no, can you not hear me again?
It keeps on switching it off. I don't know what it is. But
That's
anyway,
weird. Them demons. We better get going before the demons just have a full-on attack. This beard must be just bringing them in. It's attracting them left and right.
oh my goodness.
If you know any demons, send them my way, though. Seriously.
So
Trying to meet a couple demons. So.
Everybody, have a happy holidays. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I don't know why my audio keeps switching off. I can't hear Ryan at all. It's my computer. So, bye, everybody. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. And we will see you all next year.
We love you.
Remember, apostate your way over the holiday.
Yeah, each and every day.